Hello, everyone. My name is Keith Jackson, and welcome to Jack's Math Notebook. What you're looking at is our sixth video in a series of videos related to scientific notation, and it is our second video as it relates to multiplication with scientific notation. And we have three big examples to show you more how to multiply with scientific notation. And let's take a look at big example one, in which we have the quantity of 7 times 10 raised to the negative 6 times the quantity of 4 times 10 raised to the fourth power. And so what we're going to do in this case, we're going to just multiply 4 times 7, 4 times 7, which will give us 28. And we're going to combine the 1 with the same base. So we have a 10 here and a 10 here. And we have a negative 6 and a positive 4, and a negative 6 plus a positive 4 would give us a negative 2. And now we have 28 times 10 raised to the negative second power. And because we have it raised to the negative second power, we're going to move that decimal point 2 places over to the left. And that will put our decimal point right here. And so now what we have right here, we have 28 times 10 raised to the negative second power, which will be equal to 28 hundredths, or 0.28. However, what we have to do, we have to move the decimal point to a place that is between 1 and 10 in scientific notation. And so we're going to move that decimal point one place back over to the right. And now we have 2.8. Reason why we have 2.8 is because 2.8 is between 1 and 10, and we're going to use that 2.8 in our expression in scientific notation. Now we have 2.8 times 10 raised to the negative 1 power. Because right here we had 28 times 10 raised to the negative second power. Because we had to move it one place over back to the right, now it becomes 2.8 times 10 raised to the negative 1 power. Okay, let's go to big example 2, in which we have the quantity of 5 times 10 raised to the negative 7 power times the quantity of 6 times 10 raised to the third power. Let's multiply 5 and 6 together, which will give us 30. And let's combine the number with the same base, the 10 here. We have 10 raised to the negative 7 power times 10 raised to the third power. When we put these together, we'll end up getting 30 times 10 raised to the negative fourth power. And this is what we have right here. So we're going to move the decimal point over 4 places because it's telling us to do that, because this 10 is raised to the negative fourth power. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what that's going to do, that's going to give us 30 10,000ths. However, what we're going to do, we have to make sure we make this number right here a number that is between 1 and 10, because I have to do that as far as scientific notation is concerned. And so we're going to go right back to this decimal, and we're going to move it right back to that safe place right here to a 3.0. And guess what? 3.0, or just 3, is between 1 and 10. It's greater than 1, but less than 10. And we're going to use that 3 for our new scientific notation expression, in which we have 3 times 10 raised to the negative third power. Notice right here we have 30 times 10 raised to the negative fourth power. But when we move that decimal one more place back to the right, it becomes 3 times 10 raised to the negative third power. Hopefully we can see that pattern as we move on to big example 3, in which we have the quantity of 7 times 10 raised to the negative fifth power times the quantity of 8 times 10 raised to the negative second power. And let's go ahead and multiply 7 and 8 together, which will give us 56. And we can combine the exponents here. So now we have 10 raised to the negative seventh power. And so when we do that, we have this situation right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason why we're moving it 7 places back to the left is because this 10 is raised to the negative seventh power. However, when we move it back over here, because we have to move it to make 56 a number that is between 1 and 10, 5.6 is that number. And when we do that, we end up moving it back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so now what we have right here, we have 5.6 times 10 raised to the negative 6 power. Okay, you have been given a lot of information. I wouldn't blame you if you need to pause this video to give this whole thing a once over, or replay the video as many times you need to gain a deeper understanding of multiplication and scientific notation. However, in the meantime, please comment, share, like, and subscribe to Jack's Math Notebook for more content. Thank you and goodbye.